Years ago, I remember you and Andrew Dice Clay has always been a favorite of mine.
Charlamagne's in the building, guys.
I know that you and him got into a little altercation back in the day, right?
Yeah, that was a setup.
Yeah, it was. But we'll go into it in a second.
Okay.
But what I do want to say is, he reminds me some of you a little bit, and I'm gonna explain to you what I mean. Like when you talk about gay or dick or something like that, he used to be like, I remember him this exact line. He was like, you can't smoke a cigarette at a bus stop. You could get arrested. I forgot where it was at the time. He was mentioning you can't smoke a Marlboro, but if you want to smoke the bologna pony, you could do that. And then he started complaining about bisexual.
Yeah.
And then he just came out and he was like, either you suck dick or you don't. And that was him. And then another line he said that was crazy, which I don't think the world can ever deal with in this day and age, where he was like, he didn't understand gay men. And he was like, I could never understand how another guy looks at another man's hairy ass and says, oh, yeah, I want that.
I understand that.
And I'm not knocking that to whatever people do. It's 2016, whatever they decide to do. But what I'm trying to say is he does remind me a little of you in his style, like being brash. Even I'm brash sometimes, but the point I'm trying to make is America still ready for somebody that can just say what the fuck they want?
Yes, he's president now. He's the president-elect now. His name is Donald fucking Trump. And guess what? After 18 months of him fucking fear-mongering and hate-mongering and spreading hate, saying what he wants about Muslims, Mexicans, women, handicapped people, you got motherfuckers saying we should give him a chance. First of all, we don't got no choice but to give him a chance because he's fucking president.
Exactly.
That's number one. And number two, fuck no, I'm not giving him a chance. I don't fuck with Trump.
How the fuck did this happen? Straight off the bat. Internet, Charlamagne's in the fucking building. How did this fucking happen? How did Trump, because I'll be honest with you, Hillary came on the fucking Breakfast Club. She was trying to get all the different votes she could get. You could tell she was trying to be down with the hot sauce.
Where
I think she tried too hard, to be honest with you.
She had been talking about hot sauce, though, since the 90s. I'll give her that.
Okay,
I saw an old interview, I don't know if it was with 2020 or somebody, and she said she used to use Tabasco sauce for her immune system. So she been on that hot sauce shit.
Okay.
Yeah, I give her that.
But she went around, and I'll be honest with you, maybe I follow the wrong people, because from what I got is that Trump was horrible. No media was really showing him any highlight. I thought he had no chance to ever fucking win. I'm be honest with you. This is how I felt.
Yeah.
Because what I never seen, like, if you think about it, like all these New York Times, or no media was being like, you should vote. Very few media outlets were saying you should vote.
Yeah, but none of that media counts no more.
I didn't know that.
It's all about social media. It's all about social media. And not only that, Donald Trump was talking to a demographic of people that nobody had ever talked to. Them poor and disenfranchised, poor white trash niggers down south and in those rural areas in the Midwest. Nobody ever empowered them.
That's true.
He empowered them, and they had his back. So, and not only that, not enough white people voted for Hillary Clinton. Like, if you look at the people that voted for her, it was a large number of black people, a good number of Latino people, and not enough white people. She only had like 30% of white people vote for her.
What about, there was a big amount of people that didn't vote at all? I mean, what do you think about...
I think like 49.6%.
That's a lot.
Half.
What do you think about somebody, I don't know who was speaking about the other day, but Kaepernick, right? I love what he has done. I love the awareness he has brought. I love that the conversation he has brought. This dude was willing to put his life job on the line, you know what I mean? Just to bring, just let us talk about what the problems are in America.
Yep.
But I'll be honest with you, when I found out he didn't vote, I felt that was kind of corny, in my opinion.
I gave Stephen A. Smith donkey today because he went in on Kaepernick for that. And my thing was, I feel like everybody should vote too. Like, that was my thing. Everybody should have went out there and voted. I don't want to hear about you complaining now about Trump being in office if you didn't even take the initiative to get up off your ass and go to the voting booth. But with Kaepernick's situation, the problem I had with what Stephen A. Smith said, he tried to discredit everything Colin Kaepernick had done. And that's not right. Malcolm X, go listen to his stance on voting. You're going to discredit everything Malcolm X did for black people and the injustices he stood up for. Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, you're going to discredit all the, injustices he stood up for as far as black people are concerned just because he didn't vote. Like, you can't discredit all the work somebody's put in just because they didn't vote.
Now, see, that I could agree with, but I do think that he, when you bring up some of these points, he basically got people behind him, and he got people saying, like, you know what, maybe he makes, even the people that may not even realize or may not be, afraid to do this.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like he did. So voting would have been just another step on, like, this is what we need to do to come together. And just
he didn't agree with either one of the parties, so who should he have voted for? Just because he has to vote?
I think the clear vote was Hillary. I'll be honest with you.
He didn't like what she liked.
I mean, the other thing is, too, though, I feel like if it was other, like, police reform things on the ballot, or maybe if one of the candidates had a clear-cut plan for police reform, for him not to vote then would be super hypocritical. But neither one of the candidates had a real clear-cut plan on police reform.
Yeah.
You know, Trump doesn't even really feel like the police are doing anything wrong.
Trump can't even spell police.
Man, well, that's what scares me the most, you know, and just really seeing like the police. Here's the thing: he talks about law and order, right? But his law, no, not the show. Oh. His law and order is all it is back in the day racism.
Absolutely.
Right. Keep in mind, right? This is a guy that's probably like, the cops could do no wrong. This is a guy that is going to keep that blue line secure.
Bro, he's talking about making Sheriff David Clark.
Yeah.
Y'all know who David Clark is?
The guy with the super
the crazy
goatee.
black dude that runs Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Talking about making him the head of Homeland Security.
Yeah.
Sheriff David Clark thinks Black Lives Matter is a terrorist organization already.
Yeah.
So imagine if he is in charge of Homeland fucking security.
I don't trust that man's goatee. You know, whatever you see that joint he got, what is that called?
I don't know what the fuck that shit is called.
That's like a pussy.
Yeah, it's crazy though because like Donald Trump is really creating the brotherhood of evil mutants.
What about Giuliani?
Giuliani might be Attorney General.
Yo, let me tell you something.
I feel like this was just like a last ditch attempt to like they said, it was like white lashing. Like so many of the old white people with those beliefs, those racist beliefs, were about to die. So this was like an attempt to get the younger generation to quote unquote make America great again. When it's like really making it racist again.
Donald Trump was white. Male authorities Hail Mary pass.
Right.
And he caught that motherfucker.
held on with stick him on his gloves.
They couldn't stand to see Hillary. First of all, you got 8 years of a black president. Then you're going to give me 4 years of a woman? That's too much of a threat to white male authority.
And you know what? That's another thing. That's another thing that you brought up a great point. How many people do you think, men in particular, were like, I'm not voting for a woman for a president? Yeah. How many do you think? You think
a lot. Because, I didn't realize sexism was still so prevalent.